A veteran or military member offer civilian workforce or corporate America as they transition out? So let me just start with right off the bat, a fundamental understanding and appreciation for some solid core values. Some solid core values. In the Air Force core values, integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. I mean, that right there probably can be appreciated by any team, any organization, or any business that is out there. So, people in the Air Force come in, or from across all services come in from all different walks of life. Doesn't matter you're affluent, you're poor, it doesn't matter your race, color, or creed, but they take you and it's a melding pot, just like this great country is. And they bring you in and they, through shock and awe, and they cultivate an attitude and a persona of what your pillars and your basic foundation, your core root is going to be for the rest of your career. And that is deeply rooted in those core values. And why is that important? It's important because at the end of the day, no matter where you end up going and what you end up doing, even subsequently after you get out of the military, you're going to be brought in to do a job, a specific job. Within that job, within your life, within management of people, a lot of how your decision-making process goes about is going to come back to your core values, your beliefs, your values, your morals, your ethics, your character as a person. So you're starting off with a great thing by getting a military person who already has a fundamentally solid set of core values, okay? What else do you get with military folks? They don't sit idle. No matter what your job is in the military, you are never to sit idle. Not only do they not allow it, but they are constantly in a pursuit of growth. They are like space. They're always expanding. So no matter what your job is in the military, you're always trying to make the team better, the unit better, the organization better, the military better. So you're constantly, your mind's always churning and spinning on, hey, how can I make this place better? What could I be doing? Even if it's not in your lane sometimes, but they encourage that. If you got better ways of doing stuff, then take it up the chain. All right. Adaptability, the very nature of war, the unknown, on what plot of land the next war might take place, when it's going to be, what time. There's so many unknowns with the profession of arms, with war and what military folks are asked to do. They have a sense of being comfortable with the unknown, and they don't have to have all the answers. Okay. And that is a great set of skills, some attributes to have. The flexibility, the adaptability to handle situations should they arise. And, and COVID-19 is a perfect example of how teams were able to adjust and deal with that. The war, folks spend time in the military, we're at the forefront of that, absolutely. Servant leadership. Let me just talk about servant leadership just for a second here, because obviously the folks who are in the military, they move on to leadership positions and they actually delve very much into leadership at the very early ranks of their career. But servant leadership is very important. Having the appreciation and the understanding that there is a chain and being a united front, and that you can collaborate and disagree. But at the end of the day, we have to stick together for the organization, for the unit, for the team to get it done. You don't necessarily have to agree with your boss all the time, or even if it's downward directed. But what you do have to do is you have to support, and we don't undermine. So military folks understand that very well. They understand that, hey, look, this is the incumbent above me. If he's not violating values, morals, ethics, and safety, then he gets to do it his way. He's earned that right. And finally, the professional military education. The military never, like I was saying, they never stop learning. They're stewards of education and learning and growing. And so within the military, they're constantly going to leadership courses, professional development courses. Very early on, Airman Leadership School, NCO academies, senior NCO academies, chief leadership courses. I had the luxury of attending Darden School of Business when I was a chief. And so the military folks never stop professionally developing themselves and their organizations.